in The Poison Tree, there's in many ways the poem gives you the sense it's a simple moral. Get rid of your hate and it won't hurt anyone. But what happens in this poem is a kind of twisting and a kind of celebration of joy, a savoring in revenge that is very, I would say, disturbing and quite insightful as to how the joy that emerges from something so dark as murder and killing and revenge. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. That rhyme, a couplet, really helps this idea of negative feelings are real, but can stop. I was angry with my foe. And wrath, by the way, before I move on, wrath is, divine anger. It's serious. And if it can end, that's really hopeful. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My wrath did grow. So the anger actually magnifies into wrath here. And with enemies comes, this couplet is suggesting an enhanced and almost natural growth, as if itself, the anger was itself a plant. And that is, in fact, the metaphor that we see extended through the poem. And I watered it in fears, night and morning in my tears, sunned it with my smiles, and with soft, deceitful wiles. Now, in anger and it's natural to be afraid. Tears signify sadness, but here we get a creepy transformation. The joy of revenge, of poisoning someone, and the deceit, the lies, the tricks of wiles, and the softness, the perceived, the fake softness of this. Really, you get this real switch in the poem that as the outward appearance is peaceful, it gets all the worse. It's all the more worrisome and dark. And it grew both day and night till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. Here we have temptation. He's grown, with all this hatred, he's grown this beautiful tree and this apple, which for me invites the thinking of Eden and temptation. And he's drawing in his foe. And his foe is jealous because all this hatred has made it shine. And it's going to be on his foe because he knows that apple is actually mine. So there's that joy of always being right, of in the right. Because what happens is that moron foe of ours jumped into our garden. He stole into my garden, stole. What a great use of the verb here. Stole. He stole into my garden. He snuck into my garden. That's a really efficient poet's way of communicating. When the night had veiled the pole. So hidden, covered in night, he came and snuck in, thinking, my foe's thought he was gonna win. But actually, how glad was I in the morning? In the morning, glad I see. Happy, pleased, sated even. My foe outstretched beneath the tree. Revenge is so satisfying. And The Poison Tree is definitely a poem in the mode of Webster. The joy of revenge, the savoring of it, the deceit, the fears and tears that mature, if you will, into learning how one gets revenge. This is a poem for Ludovico, this is a poem for Bracciano or Flamineo, It's one where the image is, you expect them to go one way, and really they come full circle and go the other. And nothing could be more contrasting than the Innocence poems than this, because it's not like a tiger who is built for killing or violence. Herein we see not only the negative emotions, the brutality of experience, but the savoring and the joy we feel from harming and hurting others.